Hi and welcome to this Monday motivational video. Can I ask you the question, do you ever feel trapped by your circumstances? You think, there's no way out. Well, I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. You see, sometimes life gives you a good old kick. You fall down and you think about staying down. You think there's no way I can get back up again. But that's no way to be. When life gives you a hard time, it's time to dig in and battle your way back. Now, this may seem difficult, but it is your only option. You felt overwhelmed before, and yet you survived. It might even be hard to remember how you overcame those challenges, but you did, and you will again. I know personally I've been through a lot in the last 10 to 15 years, and each time I've been able to overcome what has happened to me. And there's one thing that I've learned, that in order to overcome these challenges, you have to do it from within. Don't look to external substances, don't look to alcohol, to drugs, to sex to make you feel better. You have to build the strength inside you to overcome these particular challenges that you are facing. Now, I'm starting again on a spiritual path, and one of the things that my guide has told me is that in the Buddhist teaching, the first principle is suffering is inevitable. So the world is not a perfect place. So once we know that there is suffering, well then when it comes along, we say, okay, well, I knew this was going to come along. So don't go out into the world thinking that everything is going to be perfect. You are going to suffer in order to make yourself stronger. So what I want to do is I want to find your way to better days by using these strategies we're going to discuss now. Now, the first thing is, imagine you're giving advice to a friend. You see, as a life coach, and I know this is true for many life coaches, giving advice to others is so much easier than taking it from yourself. When you're trying to see how to get out of a particular situation, it's hard to see a way out of your own circumstances. However, it's easier to see the way out of somebody else's problem. So I think the first step is, imagine you're giving advice to a friend that has your challenge. What would you say to them? What would your advice be? If you had to make a plan for them, what would it be? It's so much easier to see the challenge when you step outside of the challenge and outside of your own environment and say, well, this is for a friend. Now, the second thing is, remember that challenges are temporary. Why do I say that? Well, are you still in the challenge that you were in 15 years ago? No, you got over it. It mightn't be quick, but it is temporary. And your current situation will be in the past soon enough, just like all of the other things that have happened to you. The real key is to stay focused and positive. The better you can do these two things, the sooner you'll experience better times. So be focused, be positive. Now brainstorm. Why do I say that? Because, look for a solution to your challenge. And I want to use the word challenge here because if we use the word problem, it has a negative connotation. So spend time looking for a solution. We find solutions to challenges. But don't just take the first option. You want to see all of the options. And, your brain can solve some amazing challenges if you give it some time to work. So you may need to meditate, you may need to perhaps sit quietly and rely on your creativity. But once you brainstorm, you make a long list of possible solutions. And then if you go away for an hour, for 2 hours, for a day and come back, you'll be able to find out which ones are the best solutions to try and implement. And always, always, always keep an open mind and see what you can find. Now, what about planning? Well, make a plan for tomorrow. Start each day with a plan already in place. Because the problem is, if we don't do this, we wake up in the morning and we're so frustrated and we're so behind schedule that we don't get our plan done because we don't have a plan. Your job is to keep your head on straight and work on that plan. So you need to work the plan. Plan the work and then work the plan. When the sun comes up, avoid doubting or questioning the plan. And this resonates with me so much because this very week, 2 or 3 people are not connected, one via an internet chat, the other a local shopkeeper, and the other was my spiritual guide, said to me, Focus on the process, not on the outcome. So don't doubt your plan. Your plan is your process. Focus on it. Avoid negative thoughts. Just do the items on your list that you have planned out. And at the end of the day, make a new list and then repeat this process. The other important thing is to get some relief each day. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't mean go and get high, go and get drunk, go and overeat. I mean, for at least an hour, find a distraction you can afford. Now, I mean afford both in time and also money. Maybe it's dinner with a friend, or going for a run, going to the gym, going for a walk. It doesn't have to be a run. Maybe a funny movie can help to take the edge off, that you lose yourself for an hour. Now, do plan this time into your schedule and ensure it happens, but don't sit down and binge watch 10 hours of Netflix, because that is not going to help you either. Throughout all of this, you must be strong. Now, this is, I know, easier said than done, but when you give in to fear, which is false expectations appearing real, and despair, then you are going to get stuck. So don't give in to fear. Deep breaths and a constant focus on solutions are the answer. Visualize better times when you feel your strength beginning to falter. Now, you know you've been in this situation before. You know that you can get through it. One thing that I found extremely useful is to be grateful. Why? Because a lot of the times we don't have an attitude of gratitude. And if we have a poor attitude, we get poor results. Now, a lot of the times as well, people say to me, Richard, I have nothing to be grateful for. As I'm recording this movie, I'm looking out the window. The sun is shining. I'm grateful for the beautiful weather in Barcelona. I'm grateful for the architecture. I'm grateful for the sound of the birds that I hear in the evening. Look to find things to be grateful for. Put your attention on the things in your life that are going well. Because even if you are suffering hard times at the moment, something is going well. You're breathing, you have food, you have opportunities. You could be grateful for your children, your health, even your pet, and write them down. You'll also see in the description of this video a link to my gratitude journal that I created. And I created this for myself, and I loved it so much that I decided I was going to sell it on Amazon. And you can find my 2-year gratitude journal underneath this video. So write everything down, and your list will serve as a reminder that there are some great things in your life. So when things are tough, you get out your gratitude journal, you look back and you say, wow, on the 1st of February, I was grateful for this. Yeah, I remember that. It was a good time. As I said, remember that bad things happen. This is part of life. But continual suffering is optional. You know, it's not the events in your life that make you miserable, but the meaning you attach to them. Now, as a practitioner of NLP, I know this is so true. We anchor emotions to different things that have happened in our life. We anchor emotions to songs. We anchor emotions to places. When we hear that song, we think of our ex. We get sad. When we go to this restaurant, we're happy because this is where we got engaged. This is where we found out some wonderful news. You choose to view your current challenges in a variety of ways. So consider choosing the perspective that best serves you. You don't have to suffer, but realize that challenges are inevitable in life. Look forward. We know that life is full of ups and downs. There's no way out of it. If we didn't have downs, well, then we wouldn't appreciate the ups, and we'd be living in a utopia, which we'd soon get bored of, to be honest. When you're experiencing a down period, it's not always easy to return to better times. But this is where your gratitude journal is going to help. This is where your memories of good times are going to help. No matter how bleak your situation might look, believe there's a way out. Have a plan and a positive attitude, as these are the most important things to keep in mind. You've overcome difficult times before. You can do it now. If you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel so that you'll be notified when I release a new video. Leave a comment, check out my gratitude journal, and I'll talk to you very soon.